while I'm living.
Hi everyone. What's up? I know it's been a while. Yeah. Um First I wanna say happy birthday, even though it's not technically her birthday yet, to Tamzi, aka Taylor, aka Rashawn Paris. I had a wonderful time with you tonight. It was great. Dinner was lovely. I am still full. I am trying not to go to sleep, even though I can't go to sleep with all that food on my stomach. Um, and I hope you had a great time, and I really hope you do enjoy your day tomorrow. I'm probably gonna call you tomorrow anyway, but just telling you, you know, it was really great chilling with you tonight. Um, I want to start off. Secondly, I want to, kind of set the mood for this vlog by a song by Rash Shorty I. Watch Out My Children. Some of you may know it, some of you won't. True song, you know.
This song is dedicated to all my sons
True
and
words.
daughters through the four corners of the earth.
Just let it set in, and then we're gonna really get into this thing, right?
My sons and my daughters, to you I plead. Watch, don't get no horrors, but please take heed. I know you don't want no sermon, but my admonition is to guard you against all the evils of life that create strife and destroy life. Walk cautiously, children, be alert, because you have an enemy that's roaming the earth. I know you're young and restless, but you don't have to be careless. You see, soul and thinking leads on to righteousness, to happiness, spiritual bliss. That's why
It's the chorus now. It's the chorus.
watch out, my children. Watch out, my children.
The other man called Lucifer with a bag of white powder, but you don't want to cover your face.
But to bring shame and disgrace to the human race. Now we sing it again.
Okay, so Rash Shorty I, rest in peace. Wonderful Trinidadian calypsonian. He's quite wonderful. Passed last year. I think it's either last year or year before he passed. Those of you who don't know his music, luckily I grew up in a household with a man who loves music, which is why I love music. So I grew up, hearing Rash Shorty I, but that is a quite fitting song for the youth of today. Let me start off with how this really started. Everything with me got a backstory. Everything has got a backstory. I have realized that I have a habit now of looking at young men and their clothes. Okay, over here, men, and it's worse than home, funny enough. I would never have thought, but over here, men have a serious problem with either wearing their pants too low or their shirts too short, and therefore I can see all of their boxers. And they have a habit. You see, what they do know, I don't know, it's a culture that they've picked up, is that they stick their hand in their pants when they're walking. So it looks like they're grabbing their testicles and walking, because they're walking with their pants in their hand, with their hands in their pants, sorry. And, that's how they're walking going down the road. Well, and like I said, we pants and we let them ass. So, you walking down the road and you seeing a man or a young boy with his hands in his pants, and his pants is like in the middle of his backside or under his backside. And it obviously is quite disturbing. I think it's more disturbing than at home, because, at home, at least that's a skinny jeans culture. Like, I'm convinced that at any rate they can't get the jeans past them hip. So they ain't got much of a choice but to wear the pants below. So that's how, the boxers just end up showing. But these men over here ain't at the gone skinny jeans. These men gone baggy jeans, and that's how they're wearing it. But anywho, and I started to realize, the things that we allow to be acceptable in society are very disturbing. I want to congratulate my girl Selena. You can follow her on Facebook, Selena Dodson. I think she has her own page, even though I have not linked it yet. Sorry, Lena. And she's also on YouTube as Selena Dodson. I'm sure she is. She posted that she won a poetry competition kind of like last night with a song called Bad Pizza Ram. And I'm not even sure, I don't know what the lyrics would be, but what the lyrics are. I really would love to see it, Selena. I really would. So you need to email me the words to the poem. I'll be very happy to read it. But when I saw it, I thought about a previous video I did when I talked about, Fruit Loops and pattern crank and all this crap. And I was talking, about me being underlying bashy when I'm ready. Yes, I am. I mean, it would be kind of hypocritical of me, even though I detest Peter. I really don't like the music that he's putting out nowadays. It's amazing. And but I like, Vibes. I really do like Vibes Cartel, which then will make me hypocritical, because half of the music coming out of Jamaica is, to a certain extent, the music that we're hearing now in Barbados. And we, if I cried on one, I have to cry on the other. I have to cry on both. I can't really be a thing. But Rashard A says, watch out. And just watch out. These little things that we are starting to see, that we're starting to deem as acceptable, really aren't. Girls walking around with half of their vagina out the door, really not acceptable. Men walking around with their pants in the middle of their ass, not acceptable. You singing a song about cranking and passing your vagina, not acceptable. Like I said, I liked the first verse of Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Do Something For Me or whatever, because, the first verse was actually quite hilarious. But, I'm not going to 6:30 and pat my fruity. Quite frankly, I like my fruity where it is, not 6:30 and I'm patting it, I mean, it's little things like this that are becoming very unacceptable in society. And we enjoy it so much, and we embrace the bashy culture so much, right? That we do not understand how it is how it is, what's the word I want? We don't understand how it is corroding the minds of our youth, to the point that when Rash says, watch out, the man called Lucifer with a bag of white powder, and he don't want powder your face, but to bring shame and disgrace to the human race. When he's saying powder, he only talking about cocaine, you know, in my opinion. When he says powder, he's speaking about all of these little things that we find so acceptable. Honestly, I am afraid to bring my child, if I was to have a child, especially a female, a girl child. I'm afraid to bring my girl child up in, you know, the kind of society that we are living in now. Because we've made it so easy for them to come susceptible to the ills. I mean, me being the best mother that I can be can only shield my child as much as I can shield my child. Which is why, to a certain extent, I tell people, you know, my mother was and still is, even at 24 going on 25, still very extremely protective of me. But that's maternal instinct, you know? That's because she doesn't want me to have to face those things, you know? And it's you know, I was, when I was younger, I used to be so upset because I was like, Mom, just, you know, just let me learn. Like, my father would be the one be like, all right, I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I give you my advice. If you want gonna do it, you gotta learn from your mistake. I might or might not be here to help you. That's up to you. But Mom would be like, no, girl, don't even think about that. You ain't getting nowhere. I ain't even letting you want to learn the mistake. Don't even think about what the mistake could be, because you're even gonna go and try it. And you know, to a certain extent, I understand that now as an adult, especially when I look upon the things in our society. We're at, I saw, you know, my friend shared a video with me the other day, and I'm sure I had seen it a while back, with these two little children dancing at a party, right? They can't be no more than 8, 9, 10. 10 probably the most. And if you see how these little children getting on, this little girl and this little boy getting on at this party, now I wanna know me. Wanna know if I was mine, what would have happened? Like I told me before, they can be child abuse because either dragging somebody or off the ground. If you see how these two little children was gyrating on top of the ground, the little girl was on the floor, and the boy was on top of her. And you know what? We can't be vexed because the person that took the video was an adult, and the adults in the background were there cheering it on. Like, yeah, that's the kind of shit we letting our children do, and that's the kind of powder that we giving our children. Shame and disgrace to the human race. You understand? We need to get it together, because the reality is that at the end of the day, we get old. Everybody's get old, and that's how generations is come around, innit? You get old, you give birth, and you start a new generation. And if we don't try to help this generation know what kind of generation we gonna be bringing up, I ain't saying that they can't change. Of course they can change. Anyone who knows me knows how I feel about young people. I have a passion for young people, even though I be like, the young ones, no? What I could do with them. But I really do believe in trying to change the mindset of the youth. Because if we don't do it now, what gonna happen to my daughter and my son? You mean tell me I ain't gotta go to prison? I can't. It look like some boy that I can handle myself in prison. I ain't got to be some white bitch. That's the truth. They can be like, what you waiting for? My daughter fight at school today, so I beat she bad, no? Call the police for me. I mean, I really don't want to be that kind of ignorant parent just to try to shield my child. I don't technically want to be one of those parents like what my mother was, that literally did not want me to experience anything. I don't want to have to shelter my child so much. But the way it's looking now is the way it can go come. Is waiting God come to. We don't know when the world gonna end. For all I know, I might get sleep now in the next couple of hours. The Lord said, alright, listen, are you ready for one of judgment time? But let me just say about it now. So, to Lena, congrats, love. Tamsy Pamsy, aka Taylor, aka Rashawn, happy birthday, pumpkin. And to all of my other peoples, especially my ones in them, I miss y'all. I want to come home. Well, I mean, alright. But I do miss y'all though, and love y'all like crazy. So, I can continue with a little rash RTI. And, when I could vibes to the scene. Get what I say? Watch out for your children. And let's not let Lucifer and his nasty ass white powder bring shame and disgrace to our human race. Yeah. So I was here, guys. Till the next time. Deuces.
Thanks I'll be giving the most high.